You know, Herb, when you think about it, we really got it made down here.
How do you figure that, Don?
Well, in a lot of places, you have to pay for ice.
Yeah, we've got a lifetime supply. Hey, turn on Beakman.
Ooh, Beakman. Herb, we don't have to pay for Beakman, do we?
No, we got a lifetime supply of him, too.
Ooh, gives me chills.
Fact, most people blink about 25,000 times a day. I'm Beakman, and you've just broken into Beakman's World.
Hello, Beakman. Are you ready?
I'm ready, willing, and able. Liza, toss out the first question. And ask me the second one.
What makes thunder and lightning, wonders Danielle Smith of Barkhamsted, Connecticut.
Why, that strikes me as a shocking current event question.
All of your questions strike us. Later on in the show, we'll tell you where to send your letters.
Actually, the same thing causes thunder and lightning. But before we can understand that, we've got to understand a thing or two about static electricity.
Static electricity. An electric discharge of an electric charge. Now shoot.
Or in human terms, static electricity is electricity that's often produced by rubbing.
Like when you walk across a carpet and you get a shock when you touch a doorknob, or when you put your hand near your TV and the little tiny hairs on the back of your hand stand up at attention and get all tingly, or when you take your socks out of the dryer and they're all stuck together and they don't want to come apart and you gotta...
Okay. They get the idea. Bogoscope. The rug and your feet are made of little tiny particles called atoms. Negatively charged electrons zip around the outside of each atom. Positively charged protons are in the center of the atoms and generally balance the negative charge of the electrons.
So the atoms are neutral.
Usually. But when your feet rub on the rug, they pick up some extra electrons, so you're no longer neutral. You have a negative charge.
When you touch metal, like a doorknob, which is a good conductor of electrons, your extra electrons will be pushed off into the doorknob, giving you a tiny shock and leaving you without a charge. And now, it's time for Static Theater!
First, let's charge this critter up. Usually I use a piece of wool, but fur will work fine. I'm giving the balloon a negative charge.
While you're at it, could you give my back a positive scratch?
No.
These very attractive actors from the Static Theater are demonstrating how the negative charge from the balloon attracts the positive charge in these objects. Danielle Smith did not ask about static electricity. She asked about lightning and thunder.
Lightning occurs when certain meteorological conditions are present.
He means when the weather's right.
During thunderstorms, powerful updrafts of air build huge clouds. This often happens along cold fronts or over ground that was heated by sunshine. Inside these clouds, water droplets and ice crystals are moving very fast and smack together. You've got a humongous amount of electrons zooming around up there. So in this case, we're talking humongous charges.
So lightning is the spark.
Saloon! In clouds, the negative charge is on the bottom, while the positive charge is on top. When there's a big enough difference between the two, lightning occurs to neutralize the charges.
Well, how come lightning hits the ground sometimes?
Sometimes the ground carries a positive charge, and the bottom of the cloud is strongly negative. In fact, the electrical potential can be as much as 100 million volts. And when that happens, bada bing, bada bang,
Bada boom!
Well, Daniel Smith,
Ah, no, you don't. You didn't explain thunder.
by thunder, I didn't. Thunder is the sound lightning makes as it heats the air as hot as 55,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The air expands or gets bigger so fast it produces a shock wave that we hear as thunder.
Since light travels almost 1,000,000 times faster than sound, you see the lightning before you hear it. You can find out how far away lightning is by counting seconds as soon as you see it. Then stop when you hear the thunder and divide the number of seconds by 5.
1 Bunsen burner, 2 Bunsen burner, 3 Bunsen burner, 4 Bunsen burner, 5 Bunsen burner. 5 divided by 5 is 1. That lightning was 1 mile away. So there you have it. All you need to know about lightning and thunder. Thanks for the question, Danielle Smith of Barkhamsted, Connecticut.
And remember, her Barkhamsted is worse than her Bikehamsted.
This is humor control. Please step away from the rat.
Check, please.
Coming up next, we'll be sucking eggs big time. Don't go away.
Beakman's World must now take a beaker break. And now, back to Beakman's World.
Read my lips.
It's time to cram your cranium. Here he is, the gaffer of greatness, the producer of perspicacity, the Kelly Monteith of the inner peace, the one, the only, the Beakman.
You pluck 'em, I'll shuck 'em. Let's Virginia reel.
He ain't dancing no Virginia reel.
Question. What is the largest muscle in the human body?
Answer, the brain.
Lester, the brain is not a muscle. Well, maybe yours is. But in a normal human body, the largest muscle is the gluteus maximus.
You know, your tush,
Yeah, your can, your cheeks, your keister, your fanny, your lobes, your hiney.
the 2 phases of the moon, the place they give you shots when it's not in your arm.
That's enough, guys. No ifs, ands, and especially no more buts. Oh, thank you, Ray. This just in. Our crack research team has learned that the gluteus maximus is not the largest muscle. The largest one is the latissimus dorsi. Oh, your lats, right here. Sorry, but we had fun with a tush, didn't we? Fast fact, a blue whale's tongue weighs more than most elephants, over 12,000 pounds.
Wow, that's one whale of a tongue.
You know what that music means?
I gotta put on a sweater. Andy Williams is coming. Andy Williams is coming.
Stow your cardigan, Lester. That music means it's time for...
Cooking with Art, where you learn how to cook up some tasty science experiments with stuff you can find right in your own kitchen. Here's your host, the always appetizing Art Burns.
Yo! And I do mean yo. Today, I'm gonna teach you my newest recipe. I call it egg in a bottle.
Yeah, let me see.
Who again?
Oh, I'll have a hard-boiled egg, peeled, please. Thank you. A small-necked bottle. a pot holder, and a kettle of hot water.
Oh, be careful!
If you try any of our experiments, make sure you do them with a grown-up and that you follow our instructions. Most important, be careful.
We will.
First things first, get an adult to help you. Now, boil up some water. While this thing happens, let me get my hard-boiled egg. I like to get mine from a hard-boiled chicken.
Hey, what are you doing?
All right, come on, Birdie, cough it up. Hey, yeah. Okay, water's ready. Now, using your spot holders and being really careful, pour some of the water into the bottle. You can use any kind of a glass bottle with a smallish neck. Me, I'm using an antique milk bottle from my collection of antique milk. All right, here we go. Using your spot holders to hold the bottle, shake the water around, and then pour it out. You gotta then put your egg over the mouth of the bottle, lickety-split. Even though the egg is larger than the mouth of the bottle, look what happened. Whoa. Leave us ask ourselves the question, why does this happen? It happens because when you pour out the boiling water, what's left in a bottle is hot air and water vapor. When these gases are heated, they expand or get bigger. When they cool, they tend to contract or get smaller, which reduces the pressure in the bottle. So the greater air pressure on the outside of the bottle pushes the egg in. Now that we've let the air in the bottle cool down, watch what happens when I turn this thing sideways and blow into it.
Yes, boss? Oh, let me get that tray.
Here we go. Hey! Blowing air in there, raise the air pressure in the bottle and push that little old egg back out. So there you go. Until next time, this is Art Point saying... Hey, get out of my kitchen. Coming up next...
Them bones, them bones.
Without him, you wouldn't have a leg to stand on. We'll get cracking after this break.
Beakman's World will be back in a flash. And now, back to Beakman's World.
I need another question.
This one's from Stephanie Clayton of Nacona, Texas. She writes, what happens when you break a bone?
Well, I'll make no bones about it, Stephanie. That's a great question. Let's bone up on bones. And what better way to do it than with none other than...
A trombone?
No. With our old pal, Bones.
Bon voyage!
Now, Lester, you know something about bones, right?
Well, I'm not exactly a bonehead.
Oh, yeah? Then why are you talking to me? Anyway, what are the 3 structural functions of bones?
Oh, I got that. Support, movement, protection. Then Beakman says...
Very good, Lester. The bones of our skeletons combine with muscles to give our bodies support so we don't collapse into fleshy floor puddles, and movement so we can move our arms, legs, noses.
Hey, I can't move my nose.
And the third function is protection. So that when something bad happens, like falling over backwards after you've been stupid enough to tweak your own schnoz, your internal organs, like your heart and brain, won't be badly damaged. Bones are incredibly strong and incredibly light. An average 160-pound person's bones only weigh about 29 pounds. Though bones are light, they have the strength of reinforced concrete. Half their weight is made up of calcium, phosphorus, and other minerals. These minerals are what make your bones so hard. A quarter of their weight is water. And the last quarter of their weight is a type of protein fiber called collagen.
So, Beakman, what happens when you break a bone?
Oh, yeah, Stephanie's question.
Hey, surf's up, dude.
And I think that's your answer right now. Hey, what's up, dudes?
Hey, all right.
And do that.
But you were just...
Stuka Boca! I broke my board. Major bummer, man.
Oh, bummer.
How come it's so little?
Because I was only doing a little surfing, dude.
Never mind that. We're talking about bones and what happens when they break.
Bones? Bodacious. Breaking a bone is a lot like breaking a surfboard.
Oh, yeah, sure.
First thing you gotta do with a broken bone or a broken surfboard, man, is you gotta put the pieces back together.
Oh, right.
He means set it.
Cowbunga! Hey, you got some glue I can borrow, man?
Oh, hey, use mine.
Oh, hey, thanks, man. Whoa, I gotta get me a wetsuit like that. Oh.
Me too.
After your bone is set, broken blood vessels form a blood clot around the break called a hematoma.
Kind of like a temporary glue for your blood vessels so you stop bleeding.
Tubular! Hey, you got some fiberglass mesh I can bum off you, man?
My mesh is your mesh.
Hey, after a few days, fibrous, lacy mesh of connective tissue grows through the hematoma and around the break. It forms sort of a natural cast. Cool. Just like this mesh I'm wrapping around my board. You got any resin, man?
I don't...
Awesome. Now, in a bone, there's this special kind of cell called an osteoblast.
Bonus bone fact. Osteoblast is Greek for bone maker.
Hey, and aren't we having an osteoblast now? Yeah. Anyway, the osteoblasts strengthen the bone ends by depositing calcium phosphate and other minerals in them. Now that makes them hard, just like this resin's gonna make the fiberglass hard when it dries. Cool. In about 2 weeks, new bone forms around the break. We call that new stuff callus.
Oh, yeah.
All right. When the callus finally hardens, your bone or your board is as strong as ever.
Oh, Cypher Beakman,
What's up, man?
I believe you're wanted in your shorts.
Oh!
Tell here, man. All right.
Speak! Yeah? Oh, I'll be right over, dude. Wow, the waves are really breaking at Zuma. Got it, boogie. Surf's up. Hang 10. Peace, man. Peace. Who's that?
As if you don't know.
Beakman, we just learned about how a bone heals.
Oh, you mean like this? There's the break. There's the hematoma. There's the fibrous lacing containing the osteoblasts. There's the callus. And bada bing, bada bang, bada bone, it's healed. And so, Stephanie Clayton of Nocona, Texas, That's what happens when you happen to bust a bone.
Hey, what's the biggest bone in the body? Well, my friends, you shall be bone again right after this.
Beakman's World will be back after these messages. And now, back to Beakman's World.
Out of the 206 bones in your body, the biggest bone is the femur. In other words, your thigh bone, which connects the hip bone to the knee bone.
The only bone I am interested in is the T-bone, which I like best when it connects to my mouth bone.
Which will now shut until next time
on Beakman's World.
You know, Herb, fish have a lot of bones.
I know.
Yeah, that's why I've been trying to catch fillets.
How's it going, Don?
No darn good.
Well, what are you using for bait?
Bait?
You have to use bait. Here, try some of this tartar.
Tartar? Isn't that the stuff the dentist scrapes off your beak?
No, tartar sauce. Here, put this on the end of your line.
I don't have a line.
Oh, well, here's a good line. Goodbye, everybody.
Very good line.
Turn off the TV.